Okay, now, I take that jacket off and I look at my arm and it's twice the size. Mom, my arm is like, what's wrong with my arm? It's twice the size. I go to the beach. I'm like singing at the beach. People are telling me weird things, like propelling these thoughts. They're like, I know you, Steven. I know you're the one who knows without being taught or something, you know? Like, I'm just like, dude, crazy shit just the whole fucking way, bro. And, I forgot where I was. Honestly, that motorcycle went by. I forgot where I was. The beach but I was somewhere else. The hospitals. So it gets over with the hospitals. The blood clot. They end up putting a thing in, a catheter, and saying, you almost died. Almost made it to your lungs. You almost died. I'm a healthy dude. There's no way something like that's happening, bro. Like, not something like that. I'm not perfect, you know. I've always had an imbalance or whatever, a little imbalance. That type of thing is, nah, dude. I wasn't even doing anything to like, it's because I suffocated myself from the thing or something, you know. And I think they induced it too. It's very weird. It's amazing what they can do, and I've experienced it for years. I've been doing this I gave my life to this, like 7 years or something. It'll make you do it. Like when they do something like this to you, it was really wrong. The way that, I'm not saying I wasn't sick, you know, I was very sick. I needed to be put in check, but this was like, they involved my family and everything. And that's actually what drove me. They were like telling me like, you know, your family this and your family that. I thought, you know, I have to do this for them. I later that was a big driver. You know, I felt something was wrong and everything. I had to do these things, and they were in my phone and everything, on the TV in the house. My mom was like going along with it, you know, probably trying to hope it would stop, you know, that they would let off, and they never did. And it's all true, dude. And so I figure I can be all right and not get the surgery. The doctor tells me, he's like, you have venous thoracic outlet syndrome. And I'm like, oh, and then I look online, it says, yeah, you can just do these exercises, you'll probably be okay. What happened was, I was not okay. I got another blood clot. It almost happened again. And they ended up, in those hospitals, here I am in another hospital. Dude, I still remember like them poking me like 20 times just to get to a vein. I'm just like dying there, dude. Imagine I'm just sitting in the thing, and they took my first rib out up here. I'm out in society, like in my car, like in following the dice, for example. And like, that's weird, bro. Like, you can like lose the system by following the dice because you're following the numbers. And if you're following the numbers, you don't know where you're going. Therefore, they don't know where you're going. And I think that was a big factor. They were like intimidated by what I was into, not just what I was doing. They weren't just trying to like fix me and help me, you know? They were trying to get rid of me. And I actually learned that from YouTube around the same time I learned about Spooky 2. And there was something that happened in California, which is worth mentioning. I still remember that 528 frequency and being on the guitar, and like I felt I was playing a guitar, but I could feel my friend Frank, like he was like possessed by my guitar. I let him go, obviously, but I could still remember like I was like holding him on my guitar. And I had this shungite bracelet. I still remember this, how powerful this thing was. I was running, like this is an example. I'm running at the fields at UCSC, and we're at the soccer fields, and I'm just running like normal, and we're about to play the scrimmage. So I take my bracelet off and I throw it away, and I go to run onto the field. I lost my footing. Literally my legs fell out from under me, dude. Like as if like I didn't have legs, and I fell down. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, shungite shit is something else, and I learned it's mainly carbon. It's like one of the only things that's like mainly carbon, which is it's interesting. Whatever, fuck that shit. And so that happened. So they take my fucking rib, they take my rib bone. The top surgeon at TGH does it. The guy who runs TGH, I forgot his name. Black-haired guy with glasses. There was also this blonde-haired guy with glasses or whatever. And like they wanted me to be on blood thinners for the rest of my life. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, you just take Eliquis, and then you can like, and they said like you can stop using it or something. I'm like, what type of blood thinner can you stop using? Like that's not even a thing, dude. Like you stop using blood, like that's like, anyways. But they finally, like, I talked to the guy, and he was like, his nurse assistant said you need to do it, and then I talked to him, and he's like, yeah, dude, just take like a blood, like a over-the-counter thinner, you should be all right. Here I am today. It wasn't like I had a genealogical thing. It was like an induced thing. Like they trapped me up in here, and they induced to like a legitimate, like a choke, right? And I perceived that they tortured my mother in the veterans hospital. That's what it was too, because I remember going through what I went through, and that's what I perceived had happened as well. And I later end up going to TGM, I think it was, or some apartment complex outside of out at the outskirts of Tampa. And I'm like in a top floor place. I'm out at the outskirts of town, as good as it can get. And I still couldn't do it. I'm out trying to do Uber and stuff, and I couldn't do it. I got even a Tesla, and I couldn't drive the Tesla. I came back handicapped. It had that 50% resistance on it. I literally would come home like handicapped. I'm like, I can't do this. It's too much resistance. And I got it now to a science, with like 0% and 25% resistance with the upgraded thing plug-in in the back. But it took me many years to figure this thing out. But that's what I was doing. And the reason I had a Tesla was I told my mom, I'm like, well, I did the numbers, and if I just lease this car and then get the Tesla, it pays for itself, and then I'll just work, and it should be cool. It should be a good. It's what I do. I do DoorDash. I have 1,800 some things in DoorDash, deliveries. And this story gets really, really weird. I warn you. Like this, it's at the end of, like, when I keep going here, it's gonna get like even more unbelievable. And so I need to leave. Like I can't be in the town anymore where my friend is murdered and I was just tortured in hospitals and went through all that. You can imagine. I can't be there anymore. I said, Mom, I'm gonna pack all my things. I pack all my things. There's stairs. There's no elevator. I'm on a top floor, dude. I'm like bringing my things up and down these stairs, and I go. You know, I got the Caprice down there and the Tesla down there. And what I did was I think I took the Caprice. I left the Tesla there, and I got a U-Haul little trailer, and I'm going up north. I told them, you know, I'm gonna try to find a place where I feel safe, you know, I feel like I can work, and then I'll set up there. And I get to this is where it gets crazy, dude. 10 minutes.